we got to know Sergeant John Peck, who was one of the first quadruple amputees from the wars. He asked about this chair. It was called a track chair, a wheelchair tank. It allowed the warrior to get out, back out into nature. So an amputee who hadn't been on sand, hadn't been in the forest, hadn't been able to go hunting since his injury, this was going to allow people to go off-road. And the look on John Peck's face when we went down to do a story on him, it was like seeing a kid at Christmas getting his first BMX bike. When I got to know Luker and we were up at Walter Reed, our goal was to buy 10 chairs. And that's when we reached out to Bill O'Reilly.
I knew she had something up her sleeve. She wasn't letting on to it, but a few months went by and she said, you know, you might want to keep this block of dates open. Even a dumb Marine can pick up on the obvious hint like that. She says, Luker, Bill O'Reilly's going to be in town for the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and I think we'll be able to get him over to Walter Reed. He asked, why is the Independence Fund buying the chairs? Why isn't the VA doing it? I said, well, sir, the VA considers these chairs luxury items. I think he turned like 3 shades of red. Smoke started coming out of his ears. You know, there was like the whistle going off behind his head. And look what's happened.
Finally tonight, the fact and tip of the day. As you may know, we are on a campaign to get all 1,700 U.S. military people who lost arms and legs or were paralyzed in Afghanistan and Iraq special high-tech wheelchairs. Now,
when Bill said the words, this is what we need to do, and talked about the Independence Fund, I literally saw Luker's phone start to explode. Within a year, Luker had raised $25 million. We just bought our 751st chair. You see a need, you see a veteran, and you match them up with a chair. This is the way the VA should be run. People were giving, they couldn't give fast enough.
I remember I called you one time when I got that donation. It was like some odd amount. It was like $18.39. But you knew that the person who was donating?
It was like the widow's mite. It was like she gave what she could give.
That's what she had at the end of the month, you know, it was $18.39, and she wanted it to go to this cause. The vast majority of our donations are sub $100, just regular folks, as Mr. O'Reilly calls them. I mean, those donations have so much more meaning than, you know, getting a check from a large multinational corporation in a lot of ways.
I've dealt with a lot of different wounded warrior groups, but this is the only one I know of that is 100% volunteer. There's no overhead. It's run out of Luker's BlackBerry. There's nobody.
iPhone.
iPhone. Okay, all right. He's upgraded to an iPhone. What the Independence Fund does is it gives people their dignity back. And anybody who's been ill or injured and recovered and has survived, all you want is a little dignity.